Hello, I was asked to do a couple of videos linking the reverse classroom and video podcasting. So this is the first one, which is going to look at the basics of the reverse classroom model. The reverse classroom is an example of blended learning, which is a somewhat nebulous concept. This lengthy document reviews the undergraduate experience of blended learning, which it notes may be difficult to define. The most common use of blending learning is to provide supplementary material for teaching that's mostly done in traditional ways, though probably not this traditional. The VLE is the most familiar of the potential blended learning resources we have, but how many of us just use it as a virtual filing cabinet? We include links to lecture notes, further reading, videos, etc. Generally speaking, information which we present to students for them to read or access after we've done our teaching. The reverse classroom model essentially reverses that paradigm. So we'll go on to the second model of blending learning, which is a much more rarely seen transformative model, where these tools are used to change how learning is delivered in more fundamental ways. The reverse classroom, or flipped classroom as it's sometimes called, is one of the ways in which the new models of learning are being developed. At its most fundamental, this reverses the traditional instruction model, which was, of course, we teach the students, usually quite didactically, and then give them homework or tutorial work based on what has been taught. In the reverse classroom, students study the topic themselves before a classroom session, using guidelines provided by a tutor normally. This is often done these days using a short video which outlines the topic, provides some key links, and explains what the students need to do. So here's an example for one of the first year science investigation modules, I beg your pardon. Students are introduced to the well-known and topical problem of poor reporting on nutrition in the press. The brief asks them to think generally about the problem and how to decide what is good and bad reporting in this area. They are then also asked to read a paper on the topic. Links to the paper are included, and they're asked to think about why the paper was important, that is why it was done, how it was done, and what its conclusions were. That strange black and white object in the bottom corner is a QR code which can be used to link directly to web resources such as this paper. I'm sure many of you have come across these before, but I will talk about them a little bit in the second video in this series. Okay, so we give the students something to do. They're given some tasks to do in their own time, a couple of weeks before a taught session which will address the topic. This will include individual tasks, in this case collecting recent newspaper articles on nutrition, and a team task. The team task is based on using a tool to analyse the quality of nutritional articles in the press. This tabloid analysis tool, or TAT, is taken from the scientific article or previously quoted. The work with the tool is done as a team and again before the classroom session. When they've completed this work, they report their findings in a classroom session, either by a verbal presentation or possibly by some other method. Okay, so this is how the timetable for this particular task will be done. The video will be distributed in this case in week 0, that is welcome week. During the first lecture in week 1, they will have a chance to ask any questions they have. In week 4, the students will present their findings. This will include the results from the tabloid analysis tool and comments on how they completed the tasks and any issues that arose. The reporting can be done as a short presentation or in some other suitable way, such as a video, which would have to be of suitable audio and video quality to be viewed successfully in a classroom session. So that's probably given them some useful transferable skills apart from what they're learning about issues around reporting of nutrition. Okay, that's all for this video. The second in the series will look at some of the resources available and include some comments on designing videos for reverse classroom instructions. Okay, thanks for listening.